Good morning. How are you all doing today? Oh wow, it says sun's coming out. Can you see the sun on the yard over there? Awesome. Yeah, so I just had two hummingbirds come fly by, but they didn't do the nectar because well, which is homemade. Before you say don't buy your nectar, I didn't. I made my own. I did all the sterilization things to the water and fix the sugar right, and I'm not putting a lot into the feeder because I know about the whole thing with the mold and everything. So I clean it regularly. I just leave it maybe a couple days and then pull it down because yeah, I don't want anything getting in there and messing, getting on their beaks or anything, because they are just so adorable and so precious, and um, they pollinate everything. There, other times they're over here, like on my flowers, and I need that. We need that. Yeah, we need that. So that's awesome. Um, but yeah, I have not put my stuff back on my porch. Last night, or well, early morning, 4 or 5 o'clock, we started hearing rumbling and grumbling and thunder. Tony, I guess, got up sometime and covered up his lawnmower because he mowed and then he left it out for a minute and was going to get his cover on it, but he didn't get his cover on it. So that that's head out another day, and it's rained basically every day. It's rained every day, so there's been no cover on there. And so last night he got out and he covered up his lawnmower. So anyway, I have not see the wicker stand is empty, and these guys, this poor little guy, he got too much sun. I moved it out so I could clean off the patio. I keep wanting to call the front porch the patio. The porch, and then it got too hot. He was sitting right down here where I clipped that one plant, and those are the trimmings from it. So that's where we are with that. I've got blooms. It's like I'd like to take all of this down to a certain level, but they've all got little blooms, and they're not all pretty. It's like I trimmed a little bit yesterday, but I got out here, it was kind of hot. So my flower garden, so I've got to get some diversified plants that are gonna, pop up in between the other ones because the flower bed's just not. Once the primrose went to, I guess from the heat, because I watered this year. Um, and then I cut back to see if I cut back, because I've watched people mow these primrose down, and they will have like 4 inches left on them, and they will just be blooming like crazy all throughout the year. So that's what I tried, was to trim them back. They have new uh, green growth. The leaves and stuff have grown back, but they're not. They still haven't budded and bloomed. So, but it's turning fall, and I have a feeling that we're going to see a little bit more pink again when that happens. Um, Here's some grass that I plugged, and it seems to be taking off even in the dead space here. So I'm happy about that. Maybe I'll get some grass back in here. I need to get some seed. I said I was going to go get and weed and feed or something. Seed, weed and feed. There's the house. Uh, my sun is behind the clouds. Yeah. It's cool this morning because of the rain. I still see one. There's one. There's two. And here's 3 patches where I need to get the crabgrass out of there. So I'll get some stuff on that. Yeah, but it is a nice, cool morning there, though, folks. Nice, cool morning. I pulled up some stuff, so I'm always leaving little trash around my yard. So I told Tony, go ahead and spray in the rut, the edging rut, so that we won't get anything growing in there per se. And then when he trims, it won't be such a mess trying to trim. But yeah, I gotta get this all going again. the grass. This is perfect weather for the grass to reseed itself, for it to move on over and engulf this area. There's another spot. You see that little tuft of grass right in the middle? And there's another one, and there's another one. See, this is what we're trying to prevent. This is what we're trying to prevent, folks. This is these. See how they just, and then when you get a whole group of them, they just overtake, and it just looks hideous. It's like big, clumpy masses of this crabgrass in the yard, and it just wants to take over, and it looks horrible. And I like to pull it out if I can, but it's got a real root base, I'll tell you. I've learned a lot about these things. I have a shovel up there. I need to just go get it. But yeah, so I've got that piece. The sprig here has got to come up. Oop. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is this one all by itself? Like, yeah. Okay, well, so this is what I've been doing with my summer. I know, I'm pretty different. We do have some folks that are kind of halfway taking care of the yard for us, with some stuff, and the brown patches over here, it's a different grass over there. It's not Bermuda. In fact, I think that was from something, some kind of feed. Like, this is the only spot really that's like bare from where we added soil. If you remember my big dirt patch that was all around in here, and see, this still has the roots are under there from the big tree. And this is why they used to come up. I was told that by one of my friends. That's what happens from that. Part of the decay and the decay process of it. So really, this kind of zigzaggy thing is all that's left that's not covered with grass. That's filling in. It's basically just got to thicken. But this is where I killed some crabgrass, and I've got to grab. All I do is just pull a little bit of this from someplace else, put a few stripes in there, and it's off to the races there. As you can see where it's all trying to come on over and close up. So, and that's the good thing about if you have Bermuda, which it's a good and bad thing, because it has times when it wants to, when you think, yeah, I love this stuff, it's great in the yard. We're control freaks. We're control freaks. If I would just, if I didn't have these plants in here and I wanted this to grow and have grass, there probably wouldn't be any grass up here. It would just like be pull. But what happens too is then where you want grass, this is where grass grows. This right here is where your grass grows. Do you see it? You see it? This is where your grass grows. Right up in here. If I'm lucky enough, and if I can pull, I didn't get it. I thought if I could pull that out with the root, that I would transplant it, but that didn't work very good. But, something about Bermuda grass is that you can kind of lay it under the soil. I really do get into, I dig this kind of thing, guys. I dig it. But you can kind of do this. And a lot of times, like especially these little joints with the right amount of care, then that will fill in. That seems strange to some people, but it does. It really works. There's an odd piece of grass. I'm not saying that it's crabgrass, but it is an odd piece of grass. It could be Kentucky bluegrass or something. Since I don't know what that looks like, so we're going to say, okay, get rid of it. We don't like it. Good morning. Oh, the neighbor. He's off. He's probably going to some family members. He's busy all the time. Oops, sorry. Okay. I'm not sure what that was. A focus lock or something. So I think the last time I was doing some video, I was talking about how fuzzy that the shot was. And I think what happened was, I see there, I got some root on that. We're going to stick that in there. In the ground right there. Huh? Here's another piece. This is the good stuff. I'm going to shove that in the ground. Right there. Now, I'm thinking about, let me see, where's a spot I might be able to pull. Borrow from Peter. I just need a little with some root on it. Right? And then just dig a little hole. Slide that in there. I'm no professional. That's for darn sure. But I do know what works. And this is terrible stuff here. Here we go. This crap is everywhere. Ugh. Makes me sick. It just gets everywhere. It makes such a mess. We'll check on this. We're going to check on this. We're going to check on it, see how it's doing. I'm going to lay this down, and we're going to check on this and see how it does. Just going to do that. Yep. That tip looks like it needs to go on the ground too. Okay, so guys, we put down this piece here, and a piece across here, and a piece there, and across there. And I'm going to see how long it takes. Oh, and there's a piece there. We'll see how long it takes for that to decide it wants to kind of grow. Yeah, and that's this funky piece right here. There's the big part, and then here's this. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. I like to get back to the roots, my roots. I almost started to say the roots are on fire. I hope not. Oh my gosh. Wasn't that sad about Maui? Oh my gosh. That is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. Just horrifying. Oh man. I pray for those people. The Hawaiians, their lives, bless their hearts, they have had so much taken away from them, and their history, their livelihood. I mean, you know, we talk about people that have such a natural and beautiful life. The Hawaiian people are those people. Uh-oh. Yeah, it was lightning, and I didn't take it down, and this is my big thing is getting my flag in and not leaving it out in weather. But sometimes the weather blows in here and lightning starts, and this is a metal rod. Yeah, that's a metal rod. I'm sorry, I'm not coming out here and grabbing a metal rod in the rain. That just ain't gonna happen. I'm not that person. Oh, I'm not that person. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, there's crows over there. He'll start cawing here in a minute. I had a neighbor that lived down in the corner. You can't see it from here. But there's a cat. Kitty's over there. It's on the other side of that car. He's headed. He's gonna go look at the drainage. The drainage ditch. Okay. Anyway, he's probably out because Kenny was out. He was probably visiting. It might be his cat, actually. Some of the cats, I'm not sure who they belong to. I just know they're neighborhood cats, and folks like to let them out. So kitties don't always stay around in this neighborhood. Partially because, not because of crows, but because of the other kind of birds of prey that we have running around here. We have hawks and owls, and we have the turkey buzzard things, which I think they just eat the dead flesh and stuff, because we end up with a lot of. Let's see if we can get him sitting up there, but he's right up there. I thought he flew off, but it was like, no, that's him. Oh, here comes this buddy. Oh, where'd he go? I don't know. I lost one. There were two of them. But that guy's still sitting up there. No, but a neighbor that was down here in our cul-de-sac was found the nest. Something happened to the mother, the parents, let's say, of the crows. And John took care of them and raised them. And they have lived here in the neighborhood ever since. And there's something, I don't know what he is after, but that bird over there, okay, he's finally decided to leave. Oh, we got another crow. He's in the tree now too. We're not far from an airport, just a small airport. And so, oh no, he is right about there. Can hardly see him. I'm sure he took off from the local town airport. So, anyway, just coffee. Coffee consists of just a little cream and some sugar and cinnamon in here. I'm not doing pumpkin spice yet. I am on and off about pumpkin spice, and everybody has their own feelings about that. It is not my favorite, but I'm saying it's good. It is good. I understand people liking it. I also know that it's August. It's just started August, and even though we're having this kind of clouds, that doesn't seem like summer anymore. I also know that it's not fall yet. So, there's that. And I see a tree limb. Where's that? Right there. No, that's right. Oh, no, it's right there. Yeah, it's that one. It doesn't seem to be attached right. It's crooked. Like, we had somebody go through the ditch line over there and cut back trees, and I don't think that one's right. I think there's wrong. Okay, anyways, so the sun went back because you saw the clouds I just showed you. But it's making it really nice, kind of California morning, like, you know, for my family and on the West Coast, maybe on the East Coast because we have family there too now. I've got my brother lives up north in the East Coast, and they've had quite a little bit of weather. My cousin and a couple of cousins. Be 3 of them, I think. Well, there's more than that actually, because the kids. Yeah, whole family growing off over there, and then some newbies that moved a couple years ago for school and all. So, yeah. There's my ferns. They're doing pretty good. After I found this one, down in the down in there, my S-hook. We couldn't find the S-hook up there. It was actually in the plant after I looked all over down here trying to see where it was. It was down there. Oh, goodness. All right, so what have I been here? About 20 minutes. Okay, well, I guess I'll get off here for this morning because it doesn't look like a lot's happening. My birds are not coming back. Oh, here they are. Did you get to see them? They're looking at me. So I guess I'm gonna get out of here so the little guys can come back because they want this, and I'm gonna let them have it. So I'm gonna go back inside and get away so that the little guys can have their stuff. See y'all. Bye. Love you. Have a blessed day.